Hello everybody. Today we're going to see how I draw Super Sonic Falcon. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a quick sketch of something different. I'm trying like more of a flying pose, because these guys are flying through the air, right? Isn't that what their whole thing is? Aren't they like those guys that jump out of planes way too high, and so that's why they need the breathing apparatus. So yeah, let's try something different. Let's try like a jumping pose, like a flying pose. So it might look a little strange at first, but we're here to do something different, have some fun. Okay, so I know you probably can't see this, but that's okay. This is more for me, just to make sure I get this pose right. And then I'll switch over to sharpies, and you'll be able to see much better. Okay, so alright, this is the Falcon, right? So trying to make his helmet look good. And still, because I'm having to make it up, like I'm not looking at him in this pose. I'm having to look at the actual character and imagine what it's like at this angle. So it's a little challenging, but that's the fun of it, right? Is trying to, like I said earlier, trying to make something unique, something a little different. Alright, I think that will work as far as the face. And then that goes here. Then the hose will just kind of do like this. Something a little different. Go into the back like that. And then I gotta draw his shoulder pad. Arm. Look at this. And then he's got like straps across. I got to make sure I put in. And this is more me just kind of talking through that I'm doing everything right. So now, let's see. The hand can go. Let's do like the out, like he's jumping, So let's splay his fingers out, so to speak. Like that, something like that. Okay, I think that'll be good enough for the hand. We don't want to go too crazy, because that's not what we're really here to draw, right? We're just drawing the action pose. Well, maybe not the action pose. I'm drawing the action pose. You're drawing the pose that we put him in, right? Okay, and so now I can put this arm piece over here like that, but his arm is out, and that's all kind of covered up. So let's see. So now I got to draw, and this is getting kind of messy, so I kind of want to wrangle it in with all these pencil marks, but that's really what sketching is. You're just drawing over and over again until you're happy with what you did, Let's see. And so, sorry if I go quiet here, I'm just kind of thinking like where the fingers are. But oof, this is a lot of pencil lines, and I'm not crazy about that, because we're here to get the ink, not the pencil. But this is what you got to do if you're gonna draw something crazy like this, something different. That you're gonna sketch it out so you're happy with it. This is the name of the game, so to speak. Okay, so I'm gonna do. Let's see, fingers like this, and then his thumb is gonna be like this. Okay. Alright. So you guys see what I'm doing there? deciding what parts are where, and then sketching it all in. Okay, I think that'll work for that. And so now I can draw his side here, something like this. His belt is going to go over like that, and he's got the bigger belt over that, and then the side comes around like this. Okay. All right. Again, I got a little crazy here, so I have to account for that. All right. I think we're good there. I'm going to draw his little straps over his legs like that. Draw his little pouch over here. And so now I can draw his legs with this big old crazy knee protecting things down to his boot. I'll just draw his boot like this, because his boots, you're looking at the top view, so I don't have to worry too much about anything else. So same thing here. He's got his big old crazy knee pad thing down to his shoe, but this one's kind of back behind you, so we're going to draw it like this, because you're looking at it from kind of the top but kind of the side. So does that make sense? I think that's good. I think we made up enough of it that we can get away with this and start drawing with ink. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to a couple of Sharpies, fine point and Sharpie pen. And I don't think I'm going to use, well, I'm going to use this a little bit, but not as much as before, because before I would use it for like the eyeballs and stuff like that. Here, I'm not really worried about that. So let me find that picture I had of his head so I can make sure I get that pretty close. So I'm going to start off with the mask. That's pretty much in front. So I'm going to draw a little circle like that, draw little pieces that go up like this, and then I'm going to draw the other side of the hose like this. Okay, something like that. Okay, and there are straps that come up, but they're going to stop and go underneath the visor. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's draw the visor like this, which is also the edge of the helmet. So I can follow up with that, and let's see, there are straps holding that on too. So I'll just do like this, then draw the rest of the helmet. So I'm going to kind of try to follow, and I already didn't. I already messed it up, but you know what? That's okay. Because see, I wanted to go back there a little bit more, but that's all right. We're fine. We're gonna commit to our sketch. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and draw a thinner line just to kind of do like that, something like this, just to indicate that that's that little earpiece, right? And then I can close that out, and I can draw. Let's see, the hose I know is going to come to here, so I'm just going to kind of wiggle it out. That's what I did, because it's got this kinky look to it, and I'm kind of following my sketch, so I kind of fell off there, but that's okay. It's going to disappear in a bit, because you're going to forget all about it once we start just drawing these crazy loops. You know, it's not going to stand out as much, and I'm not going to try to hit each one of these bumps. I'm just adding another technique. That's all it is. Like that. See? Disappeared. I know it's still there, but it doesn't look as ugly unless you stare right at that spot. So, okay, let's keep going. Let's get this action pose going. All right. So I'm gonna draw his let's see, his shoulder pads up on front. So I'm gonna come up here like this. Draw something like that, and then I'm going to draw his neck piece coming in like this, and it's going to kind of go under his shoulder, and let's go ahead and come down to like right there, because that's where his other belt is going to be. And so now I can draw his arm like that, and his connecting piece right here. So he's got like this strap going across, and it connects to this chest piece. So I'm just going to kind of do this, and draw some lines from where the piece is going across his chest, and then it comes down like this again to where that belt is going to be. And let's go ahead and do that belt so you see what I'm talking about. So he's got his little what do you call them, grenades over here. Do something like that, do another one, something like that. And I messed this up last time, so I'm not going to do it this time by trying to add the handle piece. So that's all I'm going to do for that, and that's good for that. So now I can draw his belt like this. There's his buckle, and one belt's going across like that, which also straps these in. So we'll go ahead and do that like this. Goes across like that, and he's got a big piece underneath it like that. Does that make sense? So we're going to do the same thing over here, but it's bent because his leg is bent up right there, okay? All right, so let's keep going, and let's draw his arm since we're halfway through this one, okay? So I'm going to come down here for his elbow, and I'm adding like little bumpy bumps for his material. His shirt, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And he's got a strap going across here. Gonna do that. And there's the buckle. And then it comes down to another one, like that. There's a buckle. His forearm. And here, let's go ahead and just do something like that. Just to show that it's material, you know? Just some creases. Nothing crazy. Okay, so let's do his hand. We're basically going to do this, okay? So, I didn't really do it low enough now that I did that, so it's going to come down here like this. I just wanted to sketch it out a little bit more, okay? So I'm going to do his thumb like that, come into his hand. I'm drawing that part, basically. So now I'm going to draw his finger out like this, draw the top of it down like that. And the other ones are pretty much behind it. See how you can't see too much? So we just kind of follow it down. And just kind of, it's our drawing, so we decide where we want them sticking out, okay? Then I'm just going to do the pinky one last time like that. And that's pretty much like that. That's all you got to worry about. All right, so let's keep going. Let's draw this one up here. And this one's got a bunch of creases because it's all bent up. See how my shirt's bent up like that? That's pretty much what we're going to be doing. So now let's draw some creases like this, and that's just to show that his arm is all bent up, and that'll give us a little place that we can draw his shoulder pad over there. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw it to his elbow over here like that, and then we're gonna crease a few like this. All right, so let's do like we did over here. We're gonna draw a strap like that. Draw it out, draw a little buckle, and that gives us an edge that we can come to here, come in like this, draw the next one, something like that, right? Okay, so now we're going to draw this fist. So I'm going to draw the thumb out like this, okay, and so I can draw the back of the hand like this, and so I'm going to draw the knuckles. Going to come down, and so the fingers, now I'm going to draw like this part right here. So I'm going to draw the pinky like that, and the rest of them will kind of do the same thing. And see, that's simple, that easy. So let's do a couple more lines just to define the creases in the hand. And there, see, pretty simple. We're not going to go too crazy with it. All right, so let's draw his legs, again, sticking out in his little action pose. So he's got straps holding his body in like this around his crotch. So now I'm going to draw his leg down like this, and his other one down like that. He's got his little strappy strap on the side like that, and he's got his little insignia here that we're not going to worry about because it's his little falcon insignia, but I'm going to do that with color, okay? So I'm going to do his boots Let's see. Let me find a better picture. Make sure I get this right. I'm going to do his boots something like this. So I'm going to draw the outer edge like this, something like that, and let's see. I'm going to connect it like this. All right, and this is on the side, so I guess we can kind of do them the same way. Let's see, it's kind of doing like this too. And then there's a little circle here, and then straps that are holding it all on. Let's do one over here like that. And let's see, this kind of goes like that. Okay, a little crazy with the detail, but that's all right. We'll just keep going. So let's do the same thing over here. I'm going to draw some folds in his material, and he's probably got some over here too from where his legs are stretching out. So I'm going to draw the top of his leg. Well, he's got that I guess it's a protector, that little thing that's over here, so we got to draw that in. So let's see, that goes, let's see, it's strapped on, so it's underneath here, and it goes in and down like that. Okay, there's a circle there, circle there, circle there, and we're going to say a circle there and a circle right there. Okay. All right, that's pretty good. So now we're going to do his crazy knee thing here. So I'm going to draw it out like that and then in, and then I'm going to connect it over, and that's where like that line is right there. And then I'm going to connect it to this crazy part right here. All right, something like that. See, we're making it up, so it's you know, up to us how we do it. So no one can say we're right or we're wrong. All right, so let's finish up his feet. This one you can barely see because it's back behind. So we're just going to do like this to his ankle. Same thing here. We're going to draw to his ankle like that. Okay, and there's the top of his foot. So we're going to draw his toe like that. Bring it in. There's the top of his foot. And here we're going to do the same thing. We're going to draw the top of his foot to his toe like this. All right. And there's laces, but we're not going to worry about that. We'll do a little bit of tread. So we'll do just to give it some definition. Okay. So you can see where it is. Does that make more sense? Okay. All right. I say we take care of the rest with color. So for now, that is Action Pose Super Sonic Falcon. So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.